All right, welcome to another man's point of view. I'm your host, the Space Luchador, and today I got a quick video for you that was suggested to me again by YouTube. And I'm going to break it down through the man's point of view. And I'm going to explain it because I never see anybody ever counter the actual question. And even though this guy's getting the damn answer, right? It's like, what are you trying to prove? That's what I don't get. What is it that you're trying to prove? Not only is it counter beneficial for men to see anything in this way, but it's specifically this. Now let's go ahead and start going to it.
who they are every single day. They put
hmm
on an act to
That's
married
fine,
men.
but at the end of the day, you're gonna want to settle down. Like you
I
don't
prefer
have
some,
to.
I prefer someone that is themselves throughout the whole day rather than
All right, so we're not asking the right
Yeah.
question. He's simply asking the women if you
Here's
owned
the
all this real
question.
estate. So let's say you're a millionaire, ladies, okay?
Mhm.
You're a millionaire, you have real estate property, but you're the man. Would you marry a woman knowing that you can lose half your money, lose your children, pay child support, and lose?
Here's problem number one. Problem number one is you're asking that to a woman who, first of all, right? It's like she will never have to go through that, right? Unless she's like a millionaire and she's getting married. But anyway, that's not the point, right? The point is just like you're putting her in a position that she can never be, right? Even though understands it because she knows where the failure is. Problem is, she can't explain it. And it goes back to the same thing. It's because she's not a man. That's where I come into play. Now, notice the question. Would you get married? That's a dumbass question, right? In general, right? Because it's like, would you do this if you don't know till you're there?
your real estate property. Half. Would you
someone.
get married? Would you still get married?
And it was in your 30s too. I
Yeah,
would.
Now, add all this shit, right? And you're in your 30s.
yeah,
Can I
yeah.
answer
Let's
this?
say you're 35 years old.
I
Millionaire?
would.
I'm
35, you
ready.
would get married?
But I would hope by then I would like trust my wife.
Yeah, exactly.
You heard that? There it is. There's the answer. By then, you wouldn't be worried about that sort of shit, right? Because you're going into it knowing it cannot fail, which is, again, the problem. That's the paradox. That's the legitimacy of everything, right? Because if you're going in with the potential or actually thinking that, well, I'm going to lose everything, then that's exactly what you're going to get. Because guess what? That's what you're asking for.
Exactly. Like,
And
why
I
are
would
you
want a
marrying
family.
someone?
And I know it's hard to understand, but it is what it is.
Hold on. Do
Okay.
you know that about 80% of divorces are initiated by women?
Yeah, but that's still not the point. That's you're going by numbers. Once again, it's like saying, well, the 95% of guys drown in this level, right? It defeats the purpose because, again, if you listen to the Space Luchador, right, you are supposed to be that 5% that does make it. But you're accepting right off the bat that you're the 95 and surely you will drown. And therefore, you will drown, which is, again, that's why it's so hard, right? Again.
Mhm.
Well, I would
Probably.
treat her right.
Yes.
First of
But
all.
here's the thing, she could divorce you even if you treat her right.
See, it's this never ending cycle of she's going to divorce you, period. Right? And she could say, well, what if she really loves you? Well, that it don't matter. It don't matter because what she wants is your shit. Well, then if she wants your shit, she don't love you. Do you not see again the connection? A woman that really, truly loves you will not leave you ever or want your shit anyway. She wants you. And that's what's been lost, right? Of course, it's a little weird to hear the Space Luchador talk about love, but before you even get to that, you need to pass all this, right? It's like they don't get it. It's for some, it's some things that guys are like committed. They will die on the hill and defend some dumbass beliefs. But for some reason, They overlook the one thing all these women want, right? But let's continue.
How she feels.
No fault divorce, baby. Welcome to the United States of America. First world.
There you go. No fault. So blame it on just because they can, they will type of stuff, right? And women bashing. It goes back to women bashing. Trust me. Once you understand, it's not even about the money or what they can have or any of that shit. If you understand, once again, the type of fish you're actually trying to catch.
Countries.
America. Today, I feel like being single today.
And she
Goodbye.
could literally divorce you and you did everything right. She
But I feel like if you are
March.
doing it right, like why would they divorce?
See, she don't get it in her head. What he, because he's convinced, right? No matter what you do, you're gonna end up divorced, right? Because all women want is money, right? There's the false premise, right? That he's at the core, everything that he talks about, always that's his premise, and it works for him, whatever. It is what it is. But if you're looking for truth, you ain't gonna find it there because the message is redundant. It's always the same thing. Women are bad. Walk away, right? But at the exact same time, it's like you still want them, right? So it's like again, it's like, what are we doing?
Force you.
because she could take half your money, you still pay child support,
Mm.
and she gets alimony.
Mm-hmm.
I'd
But
still do it.
it would have
Take
to
the
be in
risk.
that
Like,
Yeah.
There you go. I'll still do because she's looking at it for what it really is, right? What we're really doing. If you're doing this exchange, if your belief, if your core belief as a man, you truly believe this crap that's being put out by all these guys now, right? Because it's become popular, the high value man, right? And the what are those guys, the tough guy, right? The Chad and all that shit. Yes, you'll be a little bit successful with doing, but at the end of the day, you're not the man if she don't love you, right? Which again, in turn, I know how it sounds, but again, if she does love you, I'll give you an example, right? Like if she doesn't love you, yeah, she'll do all this heinous shit, but at the end of the day, it's because she don't respect you. So even if you a billionaire, right? If she don't love you, it means she don't respect you, which means you ultimately suck despite being a damn millionaire. Right? Why don't they don't get that? And they don't get it because it's so damn hard, right? How do you become somehow as a man, right, better than a billionaire? How? Well, it's mind destroying, ego destroying, and it fucks literally everything that a man, any man in general, their understanding. It'll destroy them beyond belief because they can't fathom the fact that a woman would choose a broke ass man over a billionaire, right? Because they can't see how is it that I have all this damn shit and somehow they lose to someone that has nothing apparently, right? It's because you don't see they have the one thing you lack, right? Which again, it's the hardest thing to get. Earning your man card, right? Earning your worth is what it's really all about. But again, it's the hardest thing to do. And sadly, you can't buy it, right? You just can't buy it. Even love can't buy it, right? Some stuff you cannot buy. You just can't, right? Like time. We can't buy time or health. It's at that level, which is what makes it so damn hard. And again, why nowadays, right? Well, it's becoming more scarce, right? But let's see where this goes real quick.
Easy to say for
Of
you.
course.
Okay. Would you knowing so you would take that risk? Would you jump out of a plane knowing there's a 90% chance the parachute won't deploy?
Once again, there you go. See, like it just has to continue. Would you jump off the? Would you eat shit at that point? Right, because that's what it is. That's what he's viewing it as. would you eat shit? Right. At some point, you have to be well, right? I can't believe it, right? It's like you got to add. Would you eat shit knowing, right? It's like, right. Even if it gave you immortality, right? Would you eat shit? Well, somebody's obviously gonna say no. I will not eat shit, even if it gives me immortality. Come on, right? She's giving you the answer, but here's the point. Again, it's the fact that they don't know what I am trying to get out there, right? Trying to get out there this belief that women are somehow complicated. They're actually not. Now they were at some point. For me, I'm not saying I'm some sort of damn expert, even though, well, I am now, but I wasn't before, right? Because I had all these beliefs. I truly believed, kind of like this, right? Give you this, and I'll end with this, right? I used to believe that everybody saw the world the same way that I did, right? Like if I looked outside and then you see like, it's sunny and you see the green grass and shit. At some point, I started noticing that despite the grass being green, some people just see it as a yellow green, right? Or dark green or light green. It's all sorts of different. Everybody has their own view, which that's where the truth gets distorted. But the truth don't give a rat's ass how you see it. The truth at the end of the day will set you free. So again, some people, and here's how I explain it. Right? It's like something could be true. It could be damn true. But people forget that when you do the math, at least I used to get the math wrong all the time because I never calculated the hidden motive or the hidden situation. Right? Now I'll give you an example. If you're talking to somebody, right, and you think you're negotiating or communicating with this person, right, but that person has a hidden motive, which was to somehow, right, deceive your sorry ass, right, or just just put it this way: they didn't want to give you the satisfaction that you are correct, right, from the very beginning, kind of like the trick question. He's hell bent on no. You should not marry a woman because this bitch can leave you for everything you got, right? And that's it. That's his worldview. Kind of like his grass is blue green, and ain't nothing you gonna say that's gonna change that. But in all reality, here's the fact: the grass is green, but in his world, it's blue green, right? So you ain't communicating. His hidden motive is to get his fucking point across. Period. That's why he will never see that the grass is truly just green. And that's it because of the hidden motive. So that's where everything falls apart, right? And everybody has this view. And the more and more that guys pack together, right, and do the cheapest thing, and I'm not talking about sheep, but sheep, right? Which means we were not meant to pack together, right? That's a simple. Can we all agree with that, right? As men, right? This ain't a team effort, right? At least relationships, that's not how it works. This ain't a team effort. It ain't no fun if my friend can't have some. That's not how it works. Not in this case. Unless you don't give a rat's ass. But then at that point, again, you missed the point. And even that, the worth of whatever it is you're doing at that point, but again, I'm going on a rant. But there you go. That's how it works. So, and same with women, right? Doesn't have to be two guys talking, but it's all about what you're actually trying to do. There's some core values in all of us. And sadly, most of us now, today, 2022, we ain't truthful, we ain't genuine, right? And we all have hidden motives, and we're going into hiding more and more today. And one day, right? One day, if we don't switch it, right, it's going to get worse and worse. And you never know, right? You might, nowadays, people just losing everything for no damn reason. Like, there's no reason why you should be suffering, right? Really, if you think about it, life is not that hard. It's um, remarkably, uh, life is kind of balanced, right? Because people say, life ain't fair. It kind of is. it's it's us, the human beings, if you want to call it, that fuck shit up and put all these damn rules and laws and bullshit and limitation. Guess what? Spoiler alert, it's us. But anyways, there you go. I am with that. Um, well, unless you guys want, kind of curious to see.
Not
I
the
follow
analogy
you,
jump
Mitch.
out of a plane.
Well, that's
Either
what you're
way.
doing in marriage,
No.
because you will get financially ruined as a man.
Yep.
That's
Okay, stop
not always
scaring
true.
me now.
Anyway,
It's
I
true.
could have a prenup.
That's numbers. But to be fair, she is 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's not aware.
18.
And now they're lacking it to age. Really? To be fair, she's 19. Come on. I mean, for all this shit talk about, marriage, and believe me, I used to be there too, right? When I was younger. Not because, I was scared of marriage, right? Or I wasn't an advocate. I was against it. I would tell, all the guys, don't get married. No, F that. But it was because, and here we go, this to prove my point. I used to have a hidden motive. Now, what was that hidden motive? Well, the difference is it's no longer hidden, but at some point I had my hidden motive. I had my reasoning of why I didn't want to get married, right? Or why I didn't like marriage. It was because I wanted to be free, right? It was that simple. Now, if people are being honest, right? That's why it ain't about primas or being. Nowadays, it's switched. Like at least for me or real men. Real men don't want to get married, not because it's not because like they're scared of it, but because they know what they know now, right? What that now you're stuck with one fish, right? And you're a master fisherman. So think about it logically, right? Think outside the box. Why the hell would you get stuck with one fish when you could go right back to the ocean and fish bigger and better game? But that's again, it's harsh, raw, but that is a hidden motive example, right? I just gave it to you right there. Instead of the other version, like you could choose his, but that's a weak ass excuse. Mine is better. Now mine is cruel, but that one is like, oh well, because it's because I'm gonna lose everything, and see, and there you go. You showed weakness, and now you ain't no longer respected. At least with the other one, you're honest. They will respect. They might not like it. They'll talk trash back, but at the end of the day, once again, like I said, dating, not just single moms, but all women, it's all about respect. That's what it's about. And respect is earned. You can't buy it, which is what makes it hard, right? Again. But there you go. So space to y'all on this one. I won't make this one too long. Um, and I'll see you on the next video of the man's point of view.